Okay, let's get this out of the way. AI isn't the problem. The way we use it is. Last week, I was working on a service page, a web page for an HVAC company, and I used AI to help me think better, not to write the copy for me. It's incredible what happens when you give AI context and direction instead of just expecting it to magically get it and create this perfect copy that's even better what a copywriter could do. Because AI is only as smart as the person behind the keyboard. And when you use it strategically, it can take your ideas and make them sharper, better, more effective. So today I'm going to share 5 super quick AI hacks that will help you write better web copy, the kind that actually connects and converts. Let's dive in. Number 1, feed it the full picture. So AI cannot write great copy if it doesn't understand everything, what you sell, why it matters. So what I do is to give it the details or put it in your position, give it all the details you would if you were hiring an actual human copywriter. So this is what I do. I give it an overview of what the service is. I give it specific features. I give it benefits that the person who uses it will experience when they use your service. I give it the cost along with any information around that, any guarantees. I give it general audience info, and I like to give it information about what makes my client different from all of their competitors. What is the thing, their unique sales proposition? What is the thing that they really want to own and be known for? The more context that you give AI, the less generic your copy is going to sound. And just as like a little bonus tip here, if you haven't spent some time training your AI to know your brand voice, to know what you sound like, then everything you write using it is going to sound kind of meh, not very great. So spend some time letting it get to know how you talk. You can just use the voice record button and talk into it so it gets an idea. You could feed it old blog posts or things that you've written to help it define your voice. And then I would ask it, based on all of these things, what do you think my brand voice is? And then you can give it more feedback. That's an aside. Number 2 tip is to give it a structure to follow. AI loves clarity. So I tell it the sections that I want on the page. For example, it can be, let's do a little intro with some keywords in there. Let's do an overview of what this service is. Then let's get into specific features of it. So that type of thing. I give it the exact outline that I think it should have. And I ask it, am I missing any sections that I want to include? And tell me about the order. Is this a good order for those sections to be in? Will this make sense for my reader? That's number 2. Number 3 is to give it your SEO keywords upfront. Usually there will be some obvious keywords that no matter what it is, if you're a photographer, then you can tell it family photos, family photographer, wedding photographer, whatever it is, some general keywords. So I make sure to give it, when I work with somebody, that usually comes from the web designer. I give it those exact keywords. We don't want to make AI guess about what SEO keywords could be because sometimes it's just not going to pick the right ones. Tell it what phrases to include and ask it to use them naturally. We don't want it to sound like it's been stuffed with this particular keyword because then it's not something that's going to be pleasurable for your visitors to read. Number 4, what you want to do is to spend some time telling it about the page visitor's frame of mind. This is the hack no one uses, and it's the one that actually make AI sound more human and it makes more effective. So think about, what is the person visiting the page thinking or feeling when they land on your site, on that page? These are some of the questions I ask myself. Would they already want this service, or would they be skeptical? Would they need to be convinced that it was worth the investment? Would they have any preconceived ideas that I would need to overcome? These are the things that we need to feed AI in order for it to do a better job of putting itself in our visitors' shoes. Number 5, ask it to research FAQs. So this is something I love to include on service pages, landing pages, because it's a great place to put in keywords so that it will perform better on Google. And it's just something that's very skimmable and very helpful to a reader to be able to jump down and look through some FAQs. And it prevents a lot of, emails or form submissions to you, people asking the same questions. So instead of guessing what people ask, I ask AI to pull the most common questions that my audience is typing into Google or thinking before buying. It's a ready-made FAQ section right there, or even a great way to turn those things into blog post ideas. And here's a number 6 bonus. It's a little extra. When you're done writing your copy with AI, no matter what it is, website or something else, ask it to say what parts of this copy might confuse my reader. It's like having an editor in your back pocket, somebody who can be objective and doesn't know as much as you do and can really do a better job of putting themselves in your audience's shoes to know, what am I assuming that I shouldn't be, that's going to be really confusing or a stumbling block to them. So the difference between good AI copy and bad AI copy isn't the tool itself, it's the person behind the computer. If you feed it context and strategy and empathy, it will help you write faster and better. You feed it vague ideas or you just ask it to do it all, you get vague copy. So the next time you open GPT, don't say, write me a website. Absolutely do not say that. Here, I will pop out of your computer and say, bad idea, bad idea. Say instead, here's what I know. Help me say it better. And if you want to see which web pages, which posts, which campaigns are actually working for you, check out my marketing command center at bit.ly/command center pod. This is your all-in-one marketing tracker spreadsheet that helps you turn your marketing numbers into direction so you can stop guessing and start growing. You put in the code POD20 and you'll get 20% off for being one of my absolute favorite people, a podcast listener. Thanks so much for listening. And until next time, stay weird.